Next up, I've prepared 3 questions, and we'll go around the group. To if we haven't scared people off already, I'm sure this will. These are the. I think this is an important sort of aspect to like the podcast, because I think you guys are going to hear us talk about films, but everybody has their own biases and preferences and things like that. So it's good to know like what we like, what we're into. So the 3 questions we'll be asking going around. The first will be, what is your favorite movie of all time? And I know that's hard. I'm going to ask you to pick one. If you want to mention some runner-ups, you can. And what's your favorite one and why? Why do you love it? Why is that so important to you? After that, we're going to say what's your most anticipated upcoming film, because that's the point of upcoming attractions. It's what's coming up next. And then we'll close out probably on a conversation of what we've been watching lately, whether it be on Netflix or whatever. So, Adrianne.
Yes.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Well, Matt and Jesse, no one is going to guess this, but it is Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. My all-time favorite film.
I just realized now we should have made this a guessing game.
We so should have.
What?
We should have.
We should, but I would have guessed that. So if there were points, I'm gonna give myself a point.
You would.
Adrian's is a safe assumption if it's got Johnny Depp in it. So.
Oh yes, look, he has done some terrible films. I will not lie, but Pirates is my favorite. I have a tattoo on my rib cage that is Jack Sparrow's like 9 pieces of 8 beads. Like, that's how much I love this movie. I've seen it countless times. Look, for me, I remember sitting in that theater in 2003 and being blown away and knowing that was just all I wanted to do. And at the very least, that film was going to be a part of my life forever in any way, shape or form. It's the comedy, the romance, the action, the adventure, the drama, that bit of sort of like fantasy as well. It was just everything in one, and I love all of the characters so much. I would happily be, abducted on a ship and taken away with any of those crews. So, love it.
Those
maybe not David Jones.
Those adventure movies, they feel like a dying breed sometimes, but like
sometimes
every now and then they pop up, and you're like, I feel like most of the time I don't know it's going to be an adventure movie, and then like halfway through I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Like, I feel like, before Pirates we had The Mummy, which was kind of like that. Yeah. And I feel like that sort of took its place, but like I've only just started watching like Night of the Museum. I've been trying to go through them recently.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Like, I've been getting those vibes. Yeah, that's a great pick. I should also mention, guys, we should, the way we all know each other is we all went to uni together about 5 years ago with a huge group of friends. And this one Halloween party we went to, AD had a killer Jack Sparrow outfit. It was, you nailed that.
Thank you.
Well, actually, I was the year under you guys.
Oh,
what?
yeah, but we hung out a bit. We still hang out. We went to uni. We went to the same uni. But
I don't think I actually met you guys until after uni, didn't I? I think it was after uni that I met, because you guys, I think it was 2015, 2016. I met you guys.
Just after, but we still had gone. We had like links through other people. Well,
we met you through someone we were in class with, so
yeah,
you kind of count. And you went to the same uni. We probably walked past each other at like the freaking canteen.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, you probably think, who's that idiot? That weirdo.
Bro, let's be real. It would have been the other way around, because I'm a loud, attention-seeking weirdo at times. But look, bro, it's you're up next. I know you struggled with this one. What is your favorite movie of all time? You know what? Let's make it a game. I'm going to take a guess. Then Adrian, you take a guess. And then tell us if we're right or wrong.
You can try.
All right. My guess is, I think I've got a, if it's not right, I reckon it's a runner-up. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
No, actually, Adrian, you go first, because I feel confident that I'm going to get it right.
All right. I'm just going to go by a process of deduction and what I know. So you love crime and you like thrillers and mysteries and stuff like that. I'm just going to go with 7.
Nah.
Yeah, I knew I was wrong. That's fine.
Not even close. I reckon
Damn it.
Your favorite movie?
Not even my favorite Fincher.
Ah.
He did that, didn't he? Fincher did that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Fincher?
Probably Zodiac.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably Zodiac. Okay, I would say your favorite film is The Departed.
No.
Damn,
I felt so
that was a
confident
good.
on that.
Yeah.
Not even my favorite Scorsese, so.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
What's
Actually,
your favorite Scorsese?
that's not my favorite.
Goodfellas.
My favorite
of course.
Scorsese is Casino.
Oh, Casino's
So
Casino's
good.
so underrated.
I know. All right, what is it?
You know-
Tell us.
Oh, yeah. What's yours?
So I hate you, Matt, for making me do this because I really don't have an absolute favorite. I'd say I've got a collection of favorites, a mirage, a myriad of favorites. But I guess one I'd probably pick would be the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Probably
I haven't seen that.
Me neither.
probably the best. It's probably the best movie I've ever seen. Like honestly, like the acting, the story, like even though it's based on a true story, the cinematography, the music, I've got the album. It's just everything is just beautiful. It's just a piece of art. And unfortunately, because it's it's a 160-minute film, and it didn't get like a big box office because it's more of a it's not like your big blockbuster. It's very independent sort of film, I guess. So it didn't get like a huge box office return, but I love it, because I'm like, well, my first name, I sort of grew up, because of my first name, I kind of grew up with the Jesse James sort of mythology a bit. I got like, even though he's an American outlaw and I'm Australian, but I sort of grew up with those kind of stories and stuff like that about him because of my first name, and I've got some stuff like Jesse James stuff in my room from when I grew up.
Is it because it's the same name as you? Is it because Jesse?
No, it's not. Like it's generally that's
Is this an
because
ego
I grew
thing?
up.
Maybe we are
No,
going to a
no.
therapy
It's not.
session.
No, it's not.
Maybe.
It's not an. No. It's not an ego thing. It's
No,
only because I grew up with it. It's
Yeah.
literally only because I grew up with it. Because when I was younger, my dad would like tell me, about him and stories about him and stuff like that and who he was. And like, if I didn't grow up with that, then it'd still be up there, but it wouldn't be as,
Special in a way.
But I don't know. It's just but even without that link from my childhood, like it's still be up there because it's just such a brilliant film. And I got the book as well, and I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just beautiful, and there's just a lot in it. And
Did you say it's Did you say it's an Aussie film or it's American?
No.
No. It's an American film. Brad Pitt plays Jesse James, and Casey Affleck plays his. It's about his last days as an outlaw, basically, and he knows that the Pinkertons, who are like the detectives or police back then, are basically after him. He's the most wanted man in America at that stage of his life, and he just basically knows he's kind of stuffed. Everyone he's known has, like, all of his gang members have either been killed or put into prison, and he basically knows he's just in a sort of end game sort of situation where he knows either someone's going to turn him in or kill him because he's got a huge price tag above his head.
Right.
I'd highly recommend watching it. I absolutely love the movie, so I could spend hours talking about it. But I'd say
I only ask you that because I pulled it up here on IMDb, and first thing I saw, of course, I see Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, but then I check out this director, Andrew Dominic, to find out he directed the Chopper
New Zealander
film.
or Australian or something. Yeah, he directed Chopper with Eric Bana. He's New
Chopper
Zealand, I think.
He's Kiwi. He is Kiwi. He is.
Yeah, here we go. But yeah, like Chopper, like that is like one of the all-time great Aussie crime films, I would say.
I haven't actually seen it, unfortunately. I saw the one he did afterwards, Killing Him Softly, which I thought was decent. But people have a lot of problems with his movies because they're very slow, and there's a lot of talking, and it's very slow. Very beautiful shots, like those sort of grassy hills and fields and stuff like that, and I kind of like that sort of stuff. I know it's kind of like because it's kind of arty. I don't know. I just like that sort of stuff. I don't know. But some of my other favorites would be the first Alien film with Sigourney Weaver.
Classic.
I'm a diehard Alien fan, but particularly the first one. If someone tells me Aliens, I'm like, nah, I like Aliens, but the first Alien movie is my favorite. Jurassic Park. I've been to
Jurassic
the
Park
shooting
yeah.
I've been to the shooting locations for the first Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
Where was that?
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii.
Oh, I didn't know that. It makes sense, though. Yeah.
No Country for Old Men would be another one.
Flawless movie, so good.
And A Clockwork Orange would be my top 5.
That disturbed me for a really long time.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. I was like 14 walking around school like life is shit. I don't know. It was really sad and so depressing.
I love that movie.
It was great, but it really affected me. And I was like, I'm not going to watch this for a long time.
That's Kubrick for you. He'll do that.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah, he will.
Well, since Jesse gave us a runner-up list, Adi, do you have any other runner-ups to Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, I'll give 2. The first one will be E.T. I love E.T. and it always makes me cry like a baby. I just the acting in it is incredible. Like those children are insanely talented. I love the old school effects as well and the robotics. It's just, I don't know, it gives it this whole different feeling and makes me more attached in a way. But I love that film and I watch it every now and then. It's just timeless. And then my third film would be American Beauty. I watched that when I was 15 and it was one of the first movies that actually changed my outlook on life and it made me a different person to like a pretty significant degree. I just loved the way that the character of Lester Burnham decided to throw all caution to the wind and give zero fucks because, you know, it is really useless spending your entire life just, you know, living for the man, I suppose. But I really, really love that picture.
Yeah. Damn. I guess I'm next.
Yes.
You guys take a guess. What do you think is my favorite film of all time?
It's got to be something Marvel. I'm calling it now.
I actually am
I'm putting some
stumped.
money down. I don't have my wallet on me, but if I did, I'd be holding some money up in the air and then putting it on the table.
But what film would it be?
I feel like I should
There's
know
like
this.
over 20 movies in that franchise.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Iron Man. I'm gonna go with Iron Man.
Incorrect.
Shit.
It's hard.
It's got to be a Marvel movie. I'm gonna say.
It's probably not.
What's the? Because I'm not as into the superhero stuff. What's the third Avengers movie? What's that called again? I can't remember what it's called.
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Look, you're both wrong because it's not even a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I fell into the
But look, it's you're in the right wheelhouse. I would say my favorite movie ever is The Matrix.
Ooh,
oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good choice. Good choice.
So for me, I did not grow up a movie buff. My parents, not movie buffs. But that movie was the movie I saw, especially when I was sick. I would just rewind some of those fights and play again. I watched that movie and I was like, I need to understand more about this. Because it made me... The thing about it is it captured a lot of things I liked. Like, some of the first stuff I really got into was Jackie Chan. I was obsessed with Jackie Chan. But this had, like, American actors doing Hong Kong-worthy kung fu. But they also mixed, like, these anime influences. But they're also bringing in all these philosophical elements. So you felt smart watching an action film. And I never had experienced that before. But then, you know, they had these crazy sci-fi. It's like they took every cool genre and put it in. And so you had all that stuff. Plus there's like the element of like the internet was still kind of new. And so the way they were putting in themes of computers was so smart. And it made me want to go, I want to know more. So I did a deep dive. I played all the video games. I've read the comics and the books and all the other stuff they did. But what really got me then was the behind the scenes. I would always try and go on the internet, or I had this DVD actually at home. It was about like the making of and that got me really into filmmaking because like I could see how they were like trying to troubleshoot to come up with ideas. Like when they did the whole bullet dodge sequence, or when Trinity does the kick, they had all the cameras built around, and I like watching these people explain how they came up with how they did that. It blew my mind, and that's when I think I was like, I also want to do this one day.
Yeah.
There were many movies I liked as a kid, but that was like the one that made me go, oh shit, how cool would it be to work in movies?
Yeah.
Or talk about movies, or just, and now like it's this problem in my life where I can't just watch a movie. I have to go on Wikipedia, I have to go on IMDb, I have to understand, I can't just watch a film. I have to understand how they did it. And
absolutely.
My favorite feeling in a movie now is when I watch a scene and I go, how did they come up with that idea? Or how did they pull that off? Or like I love seeing like the Lego blocks of the building it. And The Matrix is it's a perfect film. I wish the sequels were perfect. I do like them more than the average person, but I wish they're on the same quality. My runner-up is probably Up from Pixar.
Oh,
wow,
beautiful
okay.
film.
Wouldn't have picked that.
Yeah, look, I'll admit it's not perfect. Technically, you could argue that Coco...
It's not perfect, but he places it second.
But, no, let me explain. Right? You could argue like something like Coco is like, does everything that does, but better. But like, I have a sentimental and nostalgic value to it.
Yeah.
Like, that opening scene...
Oh my God.
Not many scenes make me cry, but I've seen it every time I watch it. I cry, and it reminds me of my grandparents, and it means so much to me. And I'm a big fan of animation as well, like especially Pixar films. So yeah,
Monsters Inc. #1.
Monsters Inc. is that's great. Do you know they've got didn't they make a Monsters Inc. show on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
recently?
they did.
I haven't seen it. I don't know if I will, but
I saw the what was the other one? University.
Yeah, Monsters University.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was
alright.
just without Boo, it doesn't feel the same. Like I just want her like Mike Wazowski. I need that.
So good.
So cute.